hello and welcome. Thank you for letting us share a part of your day. And wherever you are, don't go away, because we have some information here that affects each and every one of us, and especially if we have young people. And I'm very grateful today. Emily Harper is here. Now, she's the marketing director for the Greenville Family Partnership. And one of my very favorite people, Terry Taylor, is here. And Terry is the Tobacco Prevention Coordinator. And we're going to talk about how harmful all this stuff is. And we need to know what it looks like. This upsets me. I get angry when I think that this kind of stuff is out there and it's cheap. Now, our young people, you're not supposed to drink until you're 18. You certainly don't want to drink and get behind the wheel of a car. What you brought here is equally dangerous, but in a different way.
Tobacco is still the #1 killer. Kills more people in 1 year than cancer, heart disease, other car wrecks. Kills about 500,000 people a year in this country. And they're still trying to think of ways to addict young people. Cigarettes are really in decline. Young people are smoking fewer and fewer cigarettes.
Yeah, not as many people smoke now as we did a few years ago.
True. We've done a lot of work in passing
So in a way, we have made some progress.
Yes.
But when it comes to, I can't believe this stuff. I have not seen it. Okay, it shows what a little world I live in, I guess. But I hate the tobacco industry, and I would like to see them go out of business. Now I've said it. This kind of stuff is harmful, and it's cheap. What is it? It says it's peach flavored, white owl. What do you call this stuff?
Well, it's a little small cigar.
Like a cigar?
It's a 2-pack of cigars. They sell in just about every store for 99 cents a pack. And Emily...
Oh, this is 2 for 99. This is really a bargain.
And Emily knows about the marketing of a lot of things, and she can tell you about how this attracts young people for all
Is this what they're aiming, is to attract young people to get into this?
Right, with the flavors and the cheap prices, and you know, there's a lot of like great imaging on these products, and it definitely targets young people. I would definitely say flavor is #1 that is attracting youth to these products.
Okay, we all know the cigarettes, most people who smoke for a number of years, they've had all kinds of health problems related to the cigarette smoke, including lung cancer. Mm-hmm. Okay, now, this is something totally different.
Right.
Is it equally dangerous?
See, that's the thing. It's marketed as a safer alternative, but the key word is safer. It's not safe, though. And so that's what we do at Greenville Family Partnership, is we try to educate young people on the facts that this is not just water vapor. This has very dangerous chemicals in these, and when you inhale them into your lungs, there are lots of long-term damages that we don't even know of yet.
And this is, I mean, this kind of stuff is cheap, and it's available where? Where do you buy this stuff?
Well, you can buy it at any tobacco shop. You can buy it in drugstores. You can buy it online. There's a special vaping store that sells vaping products anywhere. Here's the selection that we've collected. You can buy those that are disposable. You can buy those that you just resupply your reservoir of nicotine liquid. The real problem, as we see it, is it does have nicotine in it, and it is an addictive product. And if you start young people on something that is addictive, they're going to continue seeking out sources of nicotine. Sometimes they may not be able to buy these less harmful products, so they might go and buy a conventional tobacco product, which is even worse. So it's so crucial to talk to young people about not even trying these, because you can talk, Emily can tell you about how they market these things just like they did conventional tobacco.
Okay,
Right.
can we get a close-up of all this stuff on the table? And so if parents see these little packages in their kids' school bags or whatever, a red flag should go up.
Yeah, this is a more expensive product. It contains a charger, and this apparatus has a reservoir in it and a battery, a coil that it heats up. And what you're doing is heating up a liquid with a metal coil in there. And you can buy refills for this, use it over and over again, the refills, and this will last longer than several packs of cigarettes.
And I think that's another thing that we have to educate kids about, is the fact that they think that this might equal one cigarette. They don't realize that this is actually the amount of nicotine that you would find in a pack or 2 packs of cigarettes. And so, you know, just explaining to them that it's not, you know, the same amount of nicotine. There's actually a lot more nicotine.
So it's even more addictive.
Right, because they can use it for longer, but they aren't, you know, and they take longer drags of it, and it's just overall, you know, can be really the same amount of danger even when they don't realize it.
And the law has nothing to do with this. I mean, a 15-year-old or a 12-year-old can go in and buy this stuff?
No, these are regulated just like conventional tobacco. The age limit is 18 on tobacco. It's 21 on alcohol, but it's 18 on tobacco. And it's simply, they could get an older friend to buy it for them and give it to them, but it's so easily accessible. You can buy these in drugstores, some drugstores. We're real proud of CVS because they've taken a step to not sell tobacco products in their stores, including...
CVS does not sell tobacco products in their stores?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. But, and we hope the other pharmacies will take note, because that was 3 years ago, and now they found that it didn't hurt the revenue. It actually improved the revenue for the total store, because, you know, people don't want to go into, we don't want kids walking by tobacco products to go get something else, candy or something.
Yeah.
It's right there with the candy.
Okay, they're very clever, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The marketing lady can tell you about that.
Yes, that's what we had a project with. We got a grant to do a project with counter tools, and so we went to almost 300 different retailers. So it was gas stations to pharmacies to grocery stores, and we analyzed you know, the different ways that tobacco companies can market it, whether it's, you know, near, you know, candy or other, you know, youth products, or are there advertisements, you know, when you walk in the door, or within 3 feet of the floor. So there's a lot of different ways that they do market this. And even, you know, at the gas pumps, you know, you can be pumping your gas, and right there's an ad for tobacco products right there, and your kids are seeing that when you're doing that. So.
And we found also in neighborhoods that have lower income, tobacco's cheaper.
Well, this is cheap. Yeah, 2
Yes.
for 99 cents. I mean, you know, so these are the things I want to get a real close-up, if we can, of these things that Terry has brought and put out here on the table, so that if a parent or a caregiver sees this kind of stuff in their child's book bag or whatever, it's good. You need to, the red flag goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my message to parents, and I'm a parent, a grandparent, is you have every right to look through that book bag. You have every right to look through their room. You have every right to have a conversation with them about what they're experiencing at school. It's interesting that we get calls from some of the schools in Greenville County. They want us to come out and talk to them about this, the parents. And the parents tell us, well, my kid says they don't do it, but they have a friend that does it. Mm-hmm. And that may or may not be true, but somebody's doing it. These nicotine delivery vaporizing devices, it's not like the old days when you walked into the school restroom and it was smoky.
Yeah, you could smell it.
This vapor dissipates so quickly, you may get a faint odor of the flavor. This one right here is watermelon flavor.
Oh, there's something of a peach flavor.
Now, federal law says you cannot market these to kids. You
That
wanna
was my
talk-
next question. How can they get away with this?
Well, they can market it, but they're not supposed to market these and target young people. But talk about the flavor.
Well, yes, I think that's, the flavors is what is attractive to youth, whether they want to admit it or not. And so it's, they can say that they're not marketing to youth, but when you put products out there like watermelon flavor and mango, and there's even, Skittles flavors, like actual candy flavors that, and the packaging too looks like, candy. We don't have any right here, but we've seen some packages that look like a juice box, and it's apple like juice flavored. And so there's different ways that, they may say that they're not marketing to youth, but it's definitely marketing to youth with the flavors and the prices and just the packaging overall.
Okay, now what does our law say about liquor to sell to children, to young people?
You have to be 21
You have to be
years old
21.
and show an ID.
This kind of stuff, is there a law?
Yes, it's 18.
18. Okay.
Just like conventional tobacco, that's where
All right.
it finally
Okay.
found its place.
All right.
Now, in South Carolina, the age is 18.
All
But
right.
most recently, 2 weeks ago, Massachusetts passed the law that tobacco cannot be sold to youth unless they're 21 years old. That's what we need to do, at least delay that point of purchase to at least 21. There's nothing wrong with that. There's 9 states in the union, in the states, that have that law. Tobacco purchase is 21 also. I think that's a big step, and if you have a legislator or lawmaker watching, I hope you consider
Okay,
that.
no, so Terry, what can we, each one of us can call or contact our,
I would call my state representative, my state senator.
and what would you tell them? Tell us what to say, that we want this stuff banned, or?
Well, we would love to have it banned, but the first step is we really would like to see it, the purchase age, minimum purchase age be 21.
The purchase age should be raised to 21, but what do you call this stuff? I mean, I call it junk, but what do you call it?
Well, there's a lot of terms, but it's electronic nicotine delivery devices, vaporizers.
Okay, vaporizers, electronic
Nicotine.
nicotine. So all you could do, you could call your local representative
Or your senator.
or the
because-
senator and tell them that you want this raised to 21. That's the first step we could do. Now we've got to go to a break. I get this really, I get upset because it's so harmful, and it's made to appear that it's just something to enjoy. We'll be right back.